Here with Adrianna Rodencal to preview the 2026 Concordia track season, and indoor season is not too far away. There'll be one home meet in the first semester before Christmas break. I guess the last time we saw you competing in a meet, you were at the national championships at Indiana Wesleyan. Had a chance to catch up after that, but now that you've had time to maybe reflect on that a little bit, what are some of the first things that you still remember back from that outdoor national meet?
Still very much a dream.
Yeah.
There's sometimes that I was so just wanting to do really good at those meets last year, that having actually done it and come away with a runner-up and a few All-American awards, it's a dream, and I'm very grateful for it, and I'm just grateful for the team I got to do it with. And it definitely it sets the bar very high for this year, but it's definitely something that I want to hold myself and my other athletes up to that standard, because I think we can definitely do some really good things coming off of last year.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned runner-up in the 400 hurdles. You gave it a good run at winning a national title. What stood out most to you about that race and that experience?
It was crazy enough that was the first year actually trying on the 400 hurdles. Previous 2 years for me was more focused on the short hurdles and didn't do much in the 400 region. And then we we bit the bullet on the 4x4 and indoor, and coach was like, well, let's try for outdoor on the 400 hurdles. And the first race, it hurt. I mean, they always hurt, but after conference, it was like, okay, well, we have a really good running chance at potentially top three All-American, even potentially winning the race. And went into that final race kind of a little nervous, but it was super fun to run against Hannah. She's a great girl, love her to death. We got to talk quite a bit after the race, but very grateful for it, and it was super, super fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, part of last year's achievements too, you were GPAC Athlete of the Year for indoor and outdoor, 4 total All-America awards. That's a lot to accomplish as a junior. So what has kept you motivated going into your senior season? Yeah,
definitely being able to accomplish that as a junior after missing the mark just barely the first 2 years. Very grateful for that. It definitely hit the point that I'd been going for, and so I had to sit back this summer, kind of let myself take it in, fully absorb it, and kind of change my goals. I mean, not big changes, I guess, but I wanted to focus this year on just having fun and enjoying time with my teammates. And I mean, the next big step would be national champion. So coach and I have talked about that, and it's a big ask, but the fact that we both came into this year wanting that, and I know we can push to do that. So that's kind of the next big step this year.
What is the discipline like that you have to, I guess, to be at that peak level? And during the summer, you're not around. Maybe you see some of your teammates, but you're not around everybody who maybe is pushing you. What's that level of discipline take for you? Yeah,
discipline definitely. It had to start in the summer. That meant taking time to rest. Body was kind of falling apart. It's a long season. But once that rest happens, to just look down and just start going. When we got those summer workouts, I committed to it every day. I got my lifting in. I was really grateful. I lived here in Seward this summer, so I was able to train on the track, or at least on the grass areas that we normally train. So didn't get to see a lot of people, but I saw a few people here and there and was able to talk to them. And so yeah, discipline started early with, be it nutrition intake, sleeping, starting those habits, so that when school started and the stress of school happens, I can fall back on those good habits. So habits are still there, still have to fight, make sure I'm doing everything I can. And when it does come to practice, and each week is a little bit different, sometimes I'm more stressed than others. It's just communicating with coach, communicating with my teammates, and we hold each other up, and we definitely, with that goal in mind, we push every day.
So again, you're a senior now. You almost made it through, I guess, 3.5 years. What are some of the lessons that you've learned, or some of the big takeaways from your experience as a Concordia student athlete?
Yeah, definitely. I started my freshman year diving headfirst into academics and to athletics, and it was super good. I didn't learn good habits. I was staying up later, and it's the college thing. You want to stay up. There's no, mom's not telling you to go to bed. So I learned pretty quickly how much sleep affects mood and affects just overall outcome, both academically and athletically. So learning just to get sleep in and proper nutrition was a really big thing. But just learning to kind of transition from academics into the athletics. So when practice started, whether or not I had a test that day or the next day, I had to allot those 2 hours of practice time to practice, and then allot every other hour to academics or whatever it was. And just making sure to keep those separate, because it's very easy to blur those lines. And if you have a bad test and then you have a bad practice, you're going to be in a bad mood. So trying to stay positive, find something every day to be positive about.
And you talked before about how you like to read and do some Bible study, like on the days of meets in particular too. Is there anything that you're reading right now, or a specific Bible verse that's kind of, I guess, sticking with you right now?
I don't know if there's anything specific. I finished my 1st and 2nd Corinthians, went through Ephesians, kind of been going through the epistles a bit. And then I'm starting to do the Psalms in the morning. So those are short and sweet. I can do about 2 to 3. But the Psalms especially, you see just a wide variety of joyful times and sad times, but every time it's a prayer to God. And so it's something that I'm trying to apply in my life, is every morning I wake up, whether it's good or bad, and it's a prayer, and not just taking him for granted when when I'm down in the dumps. And that's definitely helped to be able to keep a calm mind. And when you start out the day with that, instead of instantly getting on your phone, I find myself a lot more just controlled and calm during the day.
I don't think I've asked you this before, but what do you do with your collection of medals and awards that you built up over time? I know you have some going back to high school as well.
I'm still trying to figure that out. I've got my high school ones up in my room at home, but having moved into a house this past summer, I've got my All-American awards, I've got the medals. I'm scared to put holes in the walls because it's not my house. But I've got them lined up on my dresser, and it's a good reminder of just being like, oh, I did that, and I just have to not be unashamed, but I put the work in for that, so I'm gonna display it. I need blood, sweat, and tears for that. So.
Wanted to cover things team-wise a little bit too. Ended up placing 2nd in the conference outdoor and top 10 nationally as a team. What are maybe some of your observations from this fall semester of training that you've seen with some of your teammates, and how everybody's growing, and how does that impact kind of the expectations as a team?
Yeah. Last year was a bit bittersweet. It definitely hitting 2nd both indoor and outdoor on the women's side. A bit bittersweet. But coming into this fall training, then me and a bunch of the other seniors across both sides, both guys and girls, we were like, we need to have a fire under our butts when we do our practices. Every day when we show up, we need to give our all. And so we sat down, we talked about that, and we really tried getting some team bonding done, and just show the underclassmen, the sophomores, and even the incoming freshmen, like we want this, and it's definitely doable. We can get stuff done. And seeing in the juniors and in the seniors, we've all kind of got that fire of like, oh, okay, we can do this. We're gonna do it this year. So we definitely have pushed each other. Very grateful for that. And now getting into individual training and everything, we are able to be more specific and be able to focus more on our individual events.
What's the hardest workout that you guys do then? Is there one that you find out that's what you're gonna do and everyone's like, oh no?
Some would probably say every Tuesday, but we call it Terrible Tuesdays for a reason. There's more of our tempo days. As a 400 runner, we are running longer distances in our sprints. I think so far we've done, we actually might be doing more of it today, is repeat 300s at decreasing pace. So it's a bit rough, but starting at the workout's always the hardest. And then once we get to the end of it, though, we can all sit there or lay down on the ground. We're mostly laying on the ground. High five each other, just be like, yeah, we did it. We got better today. But yeah, those hard workouts, they suck, but we can get done and we can be like, you know what, we did that and it made us better. And we're all here to show that.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes in athletics you deal with failure, and sometimes you deal with having success too, and you're in a position where you're coming off quite a bit of success individually. How do you kind of respond to that from a mental perspective, knowing that you still have other things you want to accomplish?
Yeah. Personally, it's very easy for me to look at the results and look at how last year went and go, that's exactly what I wanted, and to almost expect it to happen again this year. And so getting in that mind space of like every day I wake up, it's not given. I've got a little sign on my mirror when I wake up in the morning, and it's you have to dedicate yourself every day. It's not given to you every day. You have to prove that your spot on the team, your spot from a national standpoint. And so kind of, it's a little harsh, but I think it's worked mentally for me. And so definitely staying as humble as I can while also being like, you know what, I did that. I can do it again. But knowing that I still have to put the work in to achieve that and to achieve better this year.
How about finish this sentence? This track season will be a success if...
Ooh, there's so many possibilities. This track season will be a success if I have fun. I think that's the big thing for me this year is even if I would like to make nationals, but even if I don't make nationals or I don't make finals, I want to have fun. And I want to have fun with my teammates, and I want to have fun with my coaches.
What's it like kind of experiencing, I guess I didn't have this down, but experiencing different venues for nationals? I think indoor was something new last year, and then outdoor is going to North Carolina, I believe, in the spring. So what do you maybe enjoy about those different experiences?
I'm not a fan of new things. I will just put that out there. That was my struggle freshman year is, oh my gosh, all these new venues, like going to UNL or even Doane. So I've been grateful for the repeated venues, for being at Marion for 2-3 years, and then South Dakota for 2 years for me. So I was a little nervous going into indoor last year because it was completely new. I mean, we had a bank track, we practiced outside, but I was I was able to rely on my coaches and just be like, hey, like you get me where I need to go, and then I'll focus on getting to the finals. So I ended up having a lot of fun in indoor. I think we all did. It was really cool just to be in 70-degree weather and it was snowing in Nebraska. I am excited, though, about going out to North Carolina, mainly because it's a blue track. I love blue tracks, and just it looks gorgeous out there. So it's definitely, I need to relax and breathe about it, and just have fun with the road trip and everyone I'm with.
I guess there was also that infamous flight that made the news, too, last year. So I was going to do a few quick hitters, too, if you don't mind.
We can
questions.
Try.
So,
yeah.
So you're from Lincoln. Do you have a favorite Lincoln restaurant?
Oh, goodness. Wow. I love food too much. I love a good Mexican place. So we always would go to Las Margaritas, which is down in South Lincoln. Or we would go to Cheddar's. Cheddar's is like more home style. They have Monte Cristos, which I know they're not remotely healthy because it's a deep fat fried sandwich, but it's so good. And I think probably between those two would be places for me.
Go to a pre-meet routine.
Pre-meet routine, definitely the devotions, a lot of alone time. I really like waking up even 30-40 minutes earlier than everyone else and just getting downstairs, doing my one-on-one time, getting my music going or listening to devotions. I think that's my big thing. I'm a very secluded person when it gets to track meets, but yeah, I think it's pretty basic. Keep it simple, keep it even, make sure I'm eating as well.
If you could pick a singer or a band to play in Bulldog Stadium, who would you choose?
Ooh, I went and watched Mumford and Sons up in Omaha a few weeks ago. So they're kind of in my current listening. I kind of flip between everyone, and that's more of like a lower, not super like heavy hitting. But I would think probably Mumford and Sons. I think that would be the
that
one.
would draw a crowd.
Mhm.
Yeah. That might have been the answer to this question then too, but you had the most fun doing what so far this semester?
With Mumford and Sons having happened during the semester, I'd probably say that it's been a lot of schoolwork, so not a lot of other fun things. I think another kind of smaller fun thing is I got to go watch my brother quite a bit play football back at Lincoln Lutheran. So I was able to leave practices, talk to coach, and go watch him play, and it was super, super fun to just see him.
What's the most recent movie or TV show you've watched?
Oh, good heavens, these are really...
Maybe it's not one you want to talk about.
No. I can't think of the last one I watched. I'm currently watching through Reacher, though, TV show-wise, but I actually watched 10 Things I Hate About You for the first time with my girlfriends at our house.
Okay.
They were surprised I hadn't seen it before, but yeah, it's pretty good, I'd say.
Do you have a favorite professional sports team or athlete?
Being a track person, it's not really a sports team, but athletics-wise, Sydney McLaughlin's the first one I think of. Masai Russell, both insane hurdlers at their specific distances. Allison Felix is also another amazing one that I love. Just seeing those Christian athletes and hearing them talk so openly about it. It's something I strive to be able to do.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Ooh, I don't know. Because if it was hidden, I wouldn't think it was a talent on my end. That'd be something like my parents
Some
would
of your
know.
friends don't know that you can do.
I think I'm pretty basic. I don't think I have any cool things. One of my friends can whistle without like looking like she's whistling. It's pretty cool. I can't do that. I think hidden talent is probably being able to sleep at any time of the day.
And this is the last one, hobby outside of track and field.
Ooh, I do love, like you mentioned earlier, I do love my reading. I love music. I love being able to sing. When the house is empty, I'll turn on my music and start singing with it, I'd say.
Okay. Maybe singing is your hidden talent then.
Maybe it is.
All right. Thank you, Adrianna.
Oh, of course.